And let's go live on Real Closers. All right, good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome back to Coffee with the Broker. We do this every Tuesday to pump up your week. And today we have a really nice topic to talk about to kind of get you going for the week and get you week after week until you get to your goal of closing more transactions. We're going to talk about, or David is going to talk about more about what he does in order to turn leads into actual contracts, right? And leads can come from anywhere. And based on what we've seen over the last few months, over the last couple of years, leads can come in from either if you're running Facebook ads, if you're running lead ads, if you're running branding ads. We do a lot of video. We do a lot of, networking. So, David, why don't you tell us a little bit more about what your process looks like to turn people into actual closed transactions, into actual paychecks that go into the bank?
So I don't have it in front of me. I forgot it on my notebook. I usually write it down, but Roberto guide me every step of the way so I can make sure I hit all of the things that you guys want me to hit on today in order to give as much value as possible. So the very first thing I think you wanted me to talk about was how do I build, I was writing some notes down, building trust with clients and prospects. New leads don't immediately turn into deals, right? That's an important one because our team, Roberto, is the lead of our tools and software team, and the team in TJ that we have, that Diane is on here and helps with. And I'm gonna let Diane talk to you guys in a couple minutes about our internet leads, because I love internet leads. I love driving leads. I love generating leads. I love turning leads into contracts, but it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen immediately. And a lot of people's psychology is that, I'm gonna get leads, or I'm gonna buy leads, or I'm gonna generate leads. That they in their head they think, oh, lead is dollar, right? Leads a paycheck, leads a deal, a closed transaction, and it does not work that way necessarily. A lead is something that you generate that takes nurturing, that takes building a relationship with. It's not just I'm gonna generate a lead and I'm going to close a deal and I'll make a paycheck. It does not work that way. Diane, what's the typical, if you're ready, what's the typical lifespan of one of our leads that we generate that comes in through maybe, say, social media? From when it comes in, what's kind of the process you guys have to go through at the office in order to turn that raw lead that's coming in from somewhere online and turning it into one of the referrals or deals that we send to one of our partner agents? What's that life cycle look like technically?
So once we have a new lead, it usually takes us a couple of calls, messages, emails, in order to make like that first contact with that lead, right? We have some leads that we are able to make contact within a week, within 2 weeks. But then we still don't send them out because it's someone that we still need to keep, talking to, because for whatever reason they say that, they're still not ready, they're not, so we have to keep nurturing them basically. So it may take up to 3 months.
How many text messages or emails are being sent within those couple calls? Because when you say couple, I know that means like a couple dozen of them.
Yes.
calls of them. You mentioned 3 months. How many texts and emails and how many phone calls? How many times did we touch that lead to turn it into a possible referral by the time it gets to the referral partner? Do you think? Just a wild guess. You don't have to be exact.
I guess I don't. It really depends, but I guess of calls.
Call, text, emails, like every time we touch them, any time. About how many times do you think you touched them by the time it turns into an actual referral? Like if it's a text, that's 1 touch. If it's a call, that's 2 touches. How many times?
I would say like 50, just like.
There you go. Cool. That's what I wanted to get from Diane. Is that these leads that are coming in that you're generating, that we're generating, are not turning into a deal overnight. And it's the same thing if you're generating traffic online, right? If you're posting on your social media and you're telling everybody, hey, my name is David Albanese and I'm a real estate professional. Or, hey, my name is David Albanese and look at this cool thing that's happening in our town, right? Because people want you to be informative. They want you to give them value. So it's going to take them watching you, seeing your posts, seeing your videos, seeing all of your content. It's going to take them sometimes a month, sometimes 5 years for them to actually come in to your pipeline and turn into an actual deal that you're going to either show a home to or list their home. It does not happen overnight. What your job is in the meantime, while that lead is being nurtured, it's to build a relationship with them so that they know, hey, Gabriel, he's the go-to guy when he's at when this lead that you've been nurturing is at a family barbecue and the topic of real estate comes up. Oh yeah, I know, my friend, or I know a guy, his name's Gabriel. Yeah, he's the real estate guru in the Stockton area. He's like, he's the guru, right? That's the guy you want to go to. That's the guy you want to be associated with. It takes time. It takes nurturing. Whether it's a raw lead that you're getting, or it's an actual referral. Now I'm going to switch it up a little bit. When you're getting referrals from somebody, when you're getting referrals from your barber, like my barber videos that I do, if you're getting referrals from your tax person that does your tax returns, your bookkeeper, whatever it may be, those are different life cycles that you're going to go through with them. With those, that person is usually more convinced. They're more, oh, I'm working with David. Why? Because Johnny the barber just spent an hour edifying you. Do you guys know what edifying is? And I learned it watching the PHP team, the Patrick David crew. They edify their people, and I got this from them, right? Oh yeah, Diane, I'm gonna get you in touch with Diane. She's our lead down in TJ. She runs the office. She runs the referral machine that we have going on, the lead generation machine. Yeah, Diane's the best. Oh yeah, Xiomara's the best. She's on everybody. She makes sure all of our tools and systems are working. She's connecting with our agent. Yeah, they're the best, right? That's edifying. So that happens when you get a referral from somebody, usually a tax person, an insurance person, a friend, a family member, whatever it may be. They already spent some time edifying you. They already spent some time talking about you and building credibility for you. So that's a different type of deal that you're gonna get on your lap. Those types of deals, you just have to connect with them. You just have to build immediately a relationship and connect with them, and then that referral is not going to go anywhere usually. Obviously, you need to provide them the service that they're looking for. You have to make sure that you're doing the things that they need to be done in order to move forward with the transaction, whether it's giving them tips and tricks on how to get the most value out of their home that they're going to sell by, hey, let's do some paint touch up. Let's maybe move some furniture out into your garage or into a storage so it's less cluttered. Or if it's a buyer and they need you to walk them through the entire buying process, the entire process of getting pre-qualified, of maybe finding some special assistant programs or just working with the best lender. It's your job. They're counting on you to maybe refer them to a good lender. They're counting on you that you're going to send them to somebody that's going to give them a good interest rate, that's going to get them into a good mortgage program. They count on you for all those different things. And that's what a referral usually going to look like. When you get a referral from these people, you need to nurture and you need to guide to the best of your abilities to get them into the best property, to get the most money for their home that they're selling, whatever it may be. Those are different. What other thing did you want me to touch on, Roberto?
We talked about how, one of the things that you do in order to build trust with new people that, may want to go search for a home. Like, you don't go immediately into, hey, are you qualified? Let me get you pre-approved before I start showing you homes. Like, you're building that connection first, right?
Yeah, you can do it a couple different ways, right? A lot of agents say, oh, I don't even show anybody a home until they're 100% pre-qualified and ready to go. I would beg to differ right now in this day and age, because it's a tough situation, in my opinion, because interest rates are crazy, because the least expensive home in our area is $1 million, because their payment for $1 million a few years ago would have been $6,000, and today it's going to be $10,000 or whatever the payment is, $9,000 or 80 some $100, whatever the hell they're going to get depending on the rate that they get. So I actually like to get them a quote and kind of get them like pre-qualified for a mortgage technically. And I do some of that stuff myself by asking some of the basic questions. Do you know how your credit is? And, you know, do you have W-2 income? Are you self-employed? Have you filed your tax returns? And then if they answer some of these and it looks like it's something that might work, then I'll get them on a phone call with a lender maybe and just go over a few more things. But then I'll immediately say, you know what, let's just go get an idea of what's out there in the market. I just want you to see if you really want to buy, or if you're going to see something and you're going to be like, no, I'll just keep renting, right? It's not for me. This is not going to be for me at this moment in my life. And my goal is with that, is that they either fall in love with the process and start falling in love with homes and say, yeah, we do want to buy a home. We are ready. We do need a home. Our family is growing. We just got married. We have a child. We have a second child coming. We do need our own space now. We do need our own actual domain. Or, you know what, this is not for us. We live in a great area. We're renting something really nice that we're comfortable with. We're going to wait a little bit and see if something changes in the near future, if something happens differently, and we might be in a better situation or a different situation, or maybe they're unsure about their work or whatever it may be. But I always like doing that, especially today in this thing with rates being 6s, 7s, 8s, depending on what type of program they're going to come in with, whether it's conforming or non-conforming, jumbo, whatever it may be. I like to go show them a couple of properties just to see what are they, you know, do I see the twinkle in their eye? Are they excited? Are they kind of disappointed? It's our job to gauge them, right? It's our job to see, okay, what are they thinking? And then ask questions. Hey, what do you like about this property? Or what don't you like about this house? What would you change? Are you looking for something different? And then you start getting ideas after you show them 2 or 3 properties, right? Because like, okay, I know what type of kitchen they're looking for. I know what their ideal restrooms are looking like. And then I start writing them all down so I can check boxes off. So when then I'm showing them property, I'm able to say, okay, check, check, check. And I'm able to tell them, wow, you know what? This house has a really great kitchen with the large island that you were looking for and the sink in the island. You know, it does lack a little bit of that yard that you're looking for, but at the same time, the master bedroom is a really good size. A walk-in closet is a really good size. And that restroom is beautiful, right? That's our job. That's how we're supposed to do it, right? That's how you sell somebody a property. You say, okay, in Spanish, we have a saying, the 3 B's. Bueno, bonito, y barato. What does that mean? What's bueno? You guys know what bueno is, right? Good. Bonito is pretty. Barato is cheap. So you have 3 B's. Pretty, cheap, and good. Is that what I said? Yeah, that's what I said, right? You can only choose 2 when you're looking for a home. Which 2 do you want? Do you want bueno and bonito? It's not going to be barato. It's not going to be cheap. If you want a good home and a pretty home, it's not going to be cheap. That's one of the B's. Do you want cheap and bueno and good? Well, it's not going to be pretty, right? It's not going to be pretty, that's for sure. Choose 2 out of the 3. You're never going to get all 3 unless you're in the perfect ideal situation. And that's what I do with clients when I'm showing them homes, especially, like I said, especially in this day and age, especially with the prices being where they're at, especially with the rates. It's our job to make them understand, like, hey, you're not going to get exactly what you're looking for. It doesn't exist right now, or might never exist technically, unless your budget's infinite, right? Then you can build your own. But you might get the beautiful yard and you might get the beautiful kitchen, but it might lack the master closet that you're looking for. And it's not bad. It is okay. Try to check off as many boxes as possible. And if there's a couple that are not checked off, then they're not checked off. It's something that you're going to have to learn to live with, at least temporarily. And usually if it's their first home, I tell them, hey, this is not your forever home. This is not the home that you're going to be in forever. This is a stepping stone for you. It's an investment in your family and yourself. The best investment that you're going to be able to make. These are the types of things that I'm going through with buyers and sellers when I'm talking to them, when I'm pre-qualifying them, when I'm nurturing them, when I'm building a relationship with them, when I'm getting them to have the little twinkle in their eye, when I convince them to sign the listing agreement, because I'm letting them dream and think, okay, cool, I do want to be in Texas with my family and I can buy a big, beautiful home. I just need to sell the one in California and make the jump. And sometimes it's a tough situation. You have to help them and walk them through that and give them the end in mind. So I know that your goal is to be in Texas with your family because you love to enjoy the holidays with all of them and have large gatherings. And I know that you're looking for a bigger, newer home that you really can't have here in California. And I know that you can get that in Texas, which is what you're looking for, right? Yeah. Okay, so I would suggest we list your home at this price, and I would suggest you sign here. Does that make sense? So those are the things that you're doing as a real estate agent. You're walking them through the process to get them to where they want to be. You're just helping nudge them along a little bit. Whether it's buying or selling a property, you're nudging them here. Okay, this is what you want, right? You said you want to be in Texas. You said you want to be in Florida because you love the weather there. You love the ocean. You said you want to be in Florida because you want to sell here. You want to buy that dream yacht. You said you want to be in Texas because you want the acreage and the beautiful newer homes. Well, we have to sell here, right? And this is what we're going to do to get your property sold here so I can help get you to your family in Texas. Those are the things that you're doing with these leads after they come to you, after you nurture them, or the referrals that are coming to you from other professionals that are sending them your way. You're walking them through the process of selling and getting to where they really want to be, or buying and convincing them, or not convincing them, but showing them that purchasing is for them and they can do this, and this is what you're going to get. It might not have all of the B's that I talked about, but it might have 2. It might not have all the check boxes, but it might have 6 out of the 10. That's better than 5. Does that make sense? And if they're expecting their payment to be X, one of the good ones, I'm going to give you guys right now some diamonds, some golden nuggets. One of the best golden nuggets that I use with my clients today, because it's super important for them to understand something. Today, it's very important to you understand income taxes, mortgage interest, tax refunds, or tax debt. Let me tell you why. If somebody's payment's going to be $6,000 a month, and $3,000 of that is going to be interest on their mortgage, that means they're going to have a mortgage interest write-off of $36,000 a year if they buy this property. Let me go back. If they have a $6,000, I'm hypothetical, $6,000 a month mortgage, PITI, and they have $3,000 a month that is interest, that means they're going to have a tax write-off of $36,000 in interest because it's their primary residence. What does that do for most people? If you have a couple that's used to getting a refund of, say, $5,000 a year, and now they have another write-off of mortgage interest of $36,000 a year, what does that do to their tax refund? Does it increase it or decrease it? It blows it up. I'm not a tax professional, but it will take it from $5,000 to $10,000 to $12,000. Talk to your tax person, give them a scenario, let them walk you through it so that you understand it and you're able to explain this to your client. So if somebody's counting on, shoot, my max mortgage payment could only be $5,000 a month. I really can't afford $6,000. Well, you're there to tell them how they are going to be able to afford $6,000 a month. And this is exactly how. Because of that extra tax refund that they're getting, because now they're going to have mortgage interest they're going to write off on their mortgage. If they're a first-time home buyer, it's going to be their, or if it's going to be their primary residence. So instead of getting back $5,000 as a refund for their income taxes, they might now get back $12,000. That extra $7,000 divided by 12. Well, your mortgage payment is not going to be $6,000 because you're getting an extra refund of $7,000, which means you're going to have an extra $600 a month, technically, if you divide it by 12 months. So your payment is not $6,000, it's $5,400 a month if you think about it this way. Does that make sense? Oh, yes. I never thought about that. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, this is possible. I do want to buy. I can buy. Has anybody ever used that? And I want you guys to respond to me if you can. Has anybody ever used that with a client? Has everybody ever explained that to a client? Or did you even know or understand that portion of it necessarily? It's okay, yes or no. Most real estate agents I run into are, oh shoot, yeah, it's a good one. I know it, but I never used it or explained it or even thought about it that way. Have you guys ever done that with your clients or walked your clients through? Gabriel or Maria, Jim, I don't know if anybody's ever used that. Maybe put it in the chat. Standard deduction for married people is 27 plus more per kid. Looks like Adam knows what's up. Explain to us. Adam, unmute yourself. Talk to us about it. Say you know more than I do. He's being shy. But yes, I would definitely, I would advise you guys to talk to your tax professional, give them a scenario of more or less how it works in your area, and understand this so that you're able to explain it. So that you're able to explain it to people so that they see the value in having mortgage interest write-off. Most people don't itemize. I can't chat at the moment. Cool. No problem. All right, guys. Roberto, do you have any other topic? I know that I already ran a little late. We're only supposed to do 15, 20 minutes usually. You don't like me to go over, but you want me to cover something else before we move
No,
forward?
I think one of the things that this kind of what you've talked about with everything you're doing kind of ties into one of the things that we always talk about, right? How to brand yourself, social media. Like you're taking someone for a showing, use as an excuse to start pushing yourself in front of the camera, showing the home, showing that you're taking clients out. You know, even if these people are not gonna be able to make it in the next 6, 12 months, you're still showing everybody that you're busy, you're working as a realtor.
Definitely. Very, very important. Anything new on what you guys have seen? I'm going to talk to the TJ, Shomara and Diane and our team in TJ that's daily connecting with leads and issuing referrals and stuff to partners and things like that. Anything you guys seen lately of the leads that are coming in? Do you think they're taking you longer to convert them to an actual prospect and then to an actual referral when you're sending them to the agents? Do you think that they're, because interest rates are higher right now or things like that, do you think it's taking people longer, or do you think it's really the same length of time from when you see a lead turn into a referral as it's been the past couple of years? What are you guys' thoughts? And I'm asking them directly because they're really doing a lot of this work for us. We're not necessarily doing some of this stuff. So I want to just to get their feedback real quick on that. So Diane, do you think it's taking longer right now or to convert a lead, or you think it's taking about the same amount of time? What have you guys seen, Xiomara and Diane, right, the leads that are coming in now?
I think it's taking around the same time, to be honest. There's not like much of, of interest rates. Like, yes, they're high, but I guess it's just the way that we talk to people, let them know that, this is the time to buy or this is the time to sell. So I think it's taking the same time actually.
So at the end of the day, they deal with hundreds and thousands of leads every single day, just so you guys know. So with that said, I see the same thing she's saying is the same thing I see with a lot of the people that are coming to me here locally, or that I'm getting here locally, just, leads that come in from online or send me a message or DM me or whatever it may be. I kind of see that it's the same conversation I've had for 15 years in this business. It's the same conversation I'm having still today. Like the conversation is not different because the rates are different. Yeah, they might mention the rates are high. Yeah, they're high, but let's see what we can do. Let's see what you can afford. Let's see what payment makes sense. Let's see what home makes sense. Like the conversation hasn't really changed, in my opinion. That's what I wanted to get from Diane. If the conversation has changed, or if the amount of time that they spend nurturing the leads had changed. She just said no. She said it's pretty much the same thing. It hasn't really changed at all the last several years. Diane and I have been working together for many years. And she just confirmed it's the same process, the same thing. Nothing's changed in that aspect. Things are different, but they're always a little different. Rates are always up. Rates are always down. I was telling one of my clients that the very first house that I bought, I thought I bought it at the top of the market and the rates were high or crazy high. And I never thought they're going to be that high again because they went all the way down after. I got a 7.5 interest rate back then. That's the same rate, if not higher than what it is today. So realistically, this was in 2008. Realistically, it's the same thing. Nothing's changed. Don't allow what you hear to influence your motivation level as a real estate agent to keep moving forward because, oh, rates are so high. Nobody wants to buy. My clients don't want to buy because rates are high. No, it doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. Your job is to see who needs a home, who needs to sell and move and make a change in their life or move to a different area. Who needs to buy because they have a family now, because they're growing, because they're newlyweds, because they need their own space. That's your job. Your job is not to be like, oh yeah, rates are really crazy and they're really high and you're not going to afford it. Let them decide if they can afford it. Let the lender decide if they can afford it or not. It's your job to say, okay, this is what you're saying you can afford. This is what the lender's saying more or less you can afford. Let's see what's out there. Let's go see what's going on. Let's go see how I can help you guys get into your dream home. Let's see, get into your first home. That's your job. With that said, if there's no other questions, guys, I see Adam's posting, I'm getting many leads that are paying 30% less renting than they can purchase a home at the purchase price they're looking at. They don't qualify for the same home they currently. Yep, very true. He's saying that if they're renting a nice home in a nice area right now for X number of dollars, they can't get into a similar home unless they're going to pay thousands more every month. But let's use that tax strategy. Let's show them that they're building equity. Let's talk to them about the benefit of home ownership. Let's talk about the short-term and the long-term benefits. Most people that I know save, or some of the people I know are saving, but yet they always have like that cap, like they can't go past a certain amount saved. And I don't know why, because something came up, because an expense came up, because I needed to buy this, because I needed to do that. Show them. In real estate, that doesn't happen. In 30 years, you're going to have $1 million asset paid off. Are you going to be able to save $1 million in 30 years? Probably not. You probably won't see that in your savings account. You probably will not see that in a savings account. 74,000 is a medium household income. The price is 387. We're going to have to move people into a duplex. Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of things going on right now. There's still a lot of potentials. There's a lot of properties that are out there for sale now that have ADUs that can be used as a rental income. There's a lot of options out there right now, guys. So don't get discouraged. Go out there, kill it. If you want to set up a call with the team, see how what else we can do to help you keep building your pipeline and close deals. Don't hesitate to reach out. Our team is ready, willing, and able to get that done. Any other things, Roberto, you want to talk about?
No, I think we've covered it pretty well. We've already in 30 minutes. Again, guys, we're back every Tuesday, kind of drop a couple nuggets here and there. If you were able to implement, 20-30% of what we talk about here and on Thursday, you should be able to get more business.
What's the Thursday's topic?
Thursday topic. Diane, what's the Thursday's topic?
You don't even know.
It's best Facebook ads right now.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about how you guys can use Facebook advertising to get more leads into your pipeline. The benefit of the guys who are part of Houstir with our team, you guys get that for free. Like we'll take care of your ads, we will take care of your Facebook, your Instagram advertising.
I'm going to stop you real quick. Use it, guys. Call the team, set it up. Use what we have for you guys. Use it. Run some inexpensive ads. Don't be scared. Spend $5 a day. Use some of our free posting services, our free designs, our graphics, our free video editing. Use the tools we have. I can't emphasize it enough. Even if you're just spending $5 a day, $150, $200 a month to be branding yourself, to have people seeing you every single day on their feed via an ad. That's recognition. Sooner or later, they're going to go, oh, shoot, let me call Adam. Oh, shoot, let me call Jim. Oh, shoot, let me call Cheryl. I'm ready to go. I want to do something. I have a question. I have a real estate question. Hey, you know what? My friend has a question. Let me get the answer for you. Let me call my buddy Adam. He knows because he's always, I see him everywhere. He's a real estate guru, right? Use the things we have for you guys. I got to go. See you guys soon. Hope you grab some nuggets. If you have any questions, you want to set anything up, you want to talk to the team, we're here for you guys. We're ready to go. Bye.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you next Tuesday, and we'll see you Thursday at 12 p.m.